What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I am here to talk about who would be the worst possible champion that could be realistic in every single weight class. We just hit 50k subscribers. I'm going to talk about that at the end. I don't want to bore you right now. I want to get into this video. Talking about people in every single weight class that if they touch the belt, close the division, close the schools, close Twitter, because people are going to be fucking crying just like they are right now with Merab and Bilal. And I feel like this is a good time to kind of go, what else would push people over the edge? Pause. Let's get into this, starting off with the flyweight division. And listen, some of these ones that like Merab, I think it's pretty hilarious that Merab's the champion. Bilal, it's like my dream life that Bilal is the fucking champion right now. Some of these I would celebrate and I would find it really funny. But I'm going to be real with you, dude. In the flyweight division, brother, if Amir Albazi touches that belt, say goodbye. I always joke, oh, I'm going to start bedtime NBA. I'm serious, dude. I'm serious, bro. I'm not liking Amir Albazi edits, bro. I can sit there and like a Bilal edit, a Merab edit. I might even sit down and like a fucking Ankalaev edit if he wins the belt, okay? Again, I can celebrate some of these. If Amir Albazi touches that fucking flyweight belt, I'm gone. I'm gone. Dana White, you're getting touched, buddy. I'm done. I'm covering PFL. I'm covering NBA. I'm talking about the Super Bowl predictions. I'm doing NFL tier lists. I am done with the sport if Amir Albazi flukes his way to the belt and becomes champion. I'm sorry, bro. I will sit through another Brandon Moreno title run. I'll let Brandon Royval be the champ. That'd be awesome. You know, Tetsuro Taira, I'd be happy. If Amir Albazi touches that belt, this sniveling little motherfucker, if he touches the belt, dude, I'm gone, bro. This is the absolute nightmare flyweight champion. And I feel like a lot of people would agree with me on this based on his fighting style and his activity level. And just his personality, I feel like a lot of people would agree with me that this is like the end of the flyweight division if this happens. Let's move on to the bantamweight division. I mean, arguably right now, a lot of people's nightmare champion is currently the champ. You know, I'm hearing rumors that Merab fucking saw a bird on the sphere screen and tried to catch it and broke the sphere. I'm also hearing that he's still talking right now. He's still in the cage. Hey guys, I'm so happy that I win this belt and I'm big champion and I work so hard for this title, and oh my god, guys, and I construction work. Like, I heard that he's still giving a post-fight speech, but in my opinion, Merab is not the worst possible outcome as bantamweight champion. I think Umnar would be a worse champion. Now, I think Umnar is going to beat Merab. I think he's better than Merab. No bias whatsoever. Genuinely speaking, I don't give a fuck about either of these two, really. But I do think Umar's better, and I do think Umar's going to win the belt. And they will make him fight Merab next. But when I think about it, Merab is decently active. He makes skits on social media. You know, I'm not saying they're funny or they're good, but like he makes them. He does something at least to promote the fights, right? And, you know, you could say what you want about Merab's style. It's not really that bad. Like the Aldo fight was terrible, but the Cejudo fight was entertaining. The O'Malley fight was not that bad. I thought it was all right, you know. Like I was fucking mad. Like I picked O'Malley. I'm an O'Malley glazer. But it's not like a fucking Valentina Shevchenko level performance from Merab. Umar Nurmagomedov is slightly more entertaining, but at the same time, he fights once a year. He literally has no personality other than being cousin Umar, and I get gifs of him rizzing people up. Like that's the only personality of Umar, is that he kind of looks like me. He fights once a year, and he's Khabib and Islam's little bro. Like that's literally Umar's personality. So I feel like the bantamweight division will truly be boring as fuck if we get Umar as the champion, because we'll get a title fight once every year in Abu Dhabi. We get no interviews of Umar. He might learn English like 3 years into the title reign and start talking trash and be a bit funny, but right now he's still in that broken English baby Khabib phase. And I feel like that's not as entertaining as Merab, who is a bit of a yapper, but he's still going to talk a bit of trash. He can like get into beef. He can make jokes. He can say nice things. I think Merab is going to be like a better champion than Umar, even though I think Umar's a better fighter and more entertaining. I think honestly the nightmare for bantamweight is one title fight a year in the bantamweight division. It's just Umnar just beating everybody. I think that is the nightmare, dude. Let's move on to the featherweight division. Now, this is one that I feel like a lot of people would be... This would be like the breaking point for a lot of people. I think it would be so funny that I actually am kind of hoping it happens, okay? Dude, I think if Mobstar becomes champ, people will genuinely stop watching the sport. Oh my god. I really feel like people will stop watching the sport if Mobstar becomes champ. It's so funny to imagine that I actually kind of hope this happens. And I do think this will actually happen, bro. After seeing Merab versus O'Malley, I'm not picking Max to beat Topuria. I've changed my mind. I'm set that Topuria will win against Max Holloway. But the new script at Featherweight is Topuria schools Max. Everyone starts calling him Featherweight GOAT. And then he fights Movsar and somehow gets outboxed and gets mogged in the wrestling. I just know that's going to happen now, dude. It's so funny, bro, because Movsar's going to be such a terrible champion, bro. Like Movsar Evloev would make Dana White so fucking mad by mogging Topuria, ruining his plans of going to Spain. It would be even funnier if they fought in Spain and Movsar just laid on him for 5 rounds, because he's never going to finish anybody. And yeah, I feel like Movsar Evloev is the true nightmare champion of the featherweight division. And I feel like this is going to happen because it would be so funny. Like, it would be so bad for the sport that it's hilarious, and I would love it so much. So I think that Movsar Evloev becoming featherweight champ is pretty likely, especially with the current script writers at the UFC. They dropped the Bilal and the Merab script identical. I think, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We'll get more tweets of, what do you guys think of the current state of the UFC when they just post all the That's how you know the champions are like pissing people off, when you just see those tweets of like, what are your thoughts on the current UFC champion? I think Movsar Evloev belongs in that category. I think he's the next Bilal and Merab, dude. I think it'd be hilarious. Let's move on though to the lightweight division. And honestly, I was gonna try and like Mickey Mouse a pick. Like, I was just gonna throw a random name out there and try and make an argument. I'm gonna be real, bro. 1 through 15 at lightweight, I'm not mad at that. Like, if I look at this fucking division, right? If I look at lightweight, bro, I'm not mad at any of these. Armin Sarukian, Midget Crash Out, Islam, GOAT, Charles Oliveira, literally me. I love Charles. I'll be happy if he becomes champ again. He won't though. Justin Gaethje, cool. Dustin Poirier, amazing. You know what I mean? Dan Hooker, Michael Chandler. But at least he'd be like entertaining as champion, you know? Benil Dariush, come on, dude. I'd be fucking jumping for joy. I'd be clicking my feet together like Bilal Muhammad, dude. Mateus Gamrot, that'd be hilarious. So lightweight, I don't have a pick at all. I'm just going to move on to welterweight. You know, I know that all of these guys are cooked when Paddy comes up the rankings, but until then, I'm not mad at any of these guys being the champion that loses to Paddy Pimblett. Mate, I swear to fucking God, lads. But let's move on, though, to the welterweight division. And my pick for the worst possible champion for welterweight, it's Leon Edwards. If Leon Edwards re-wins the belt, I'm done. I'm fucking done, bro. People genuinely... Listen, bro, I'm going to maybe give a controversial take here. People mad that Merab beat O'Malley and they feel like the division's dead. I can kind of understand that. I can kind of understand where they're coming from. I don't agree with them, but I can understand it because O'Malley's this exciting striker. He's finishing people. He has the McGregor comparisons. He has some sort of like star value and personality. Even if people don't agree, I would say he has something going for him that people like. And, you know, you replace that with fucking Merab. Bro, I am so happy, guys. I don't want to be a big champion. I just want to be a normal guy. You know, I can understand that people might be mad at the state of the division. But people complaining that Bilal Muhammad beat Leon Edwards. Bilal Muhammad's already a better champion than Leon Edwards. This fucking guy, every fight, he wins the fight by boring 48-47 split decision. He's more boring than Bilal. I don't care what you say. Bilal takes infinitely more risks than Leon in every single fight. He will actually try and fight people. He's actually a high IQ fighter. Multiple ways to win a fight. Bilal Muhammad is genuinely a great fighter. So I feel like people are just lying to themselves if they're like, oh my god, the division's fucking dead, dude. Leon lost about Bilal's champ. Leon Edwards is the most boring fucker at welterweight. He wins a 49-46 boring point fight sparring decision. Doesn't matter if you talk trash to him, if you're friendly with him. He has no interest in trying to finish you. He wins a boring decision. Headshot dead, bro. Bro, yeah, I think I'll come back about 10 months, bro. I want to fight Gilbert Burns. He's a terrible fucking champion, dude. If Leon Edwards wins the belt again, the division is fucking cooked, bro. Shavkat would be awesome. I don't care. I know he only fights once a year. At least he's like trying to finish people and he has cool edits about him, right? JDM, goated. That will happen. Usman, don't care. He was an awesome champion. Colby, gonna talk shit. Don't care. Leon Edwards, without a doubt, would be the worst fucking option to win the belt at 170. I'm so glad that he's not the champion anymore. And I hate that people are lumping Leon and O'Malley together. I know that O'Malley got turned into Leon by Merab. Like, he fought like Leon. But he's nowhere near Leon in terms of, like, how bad they were as a champion or whatever, dude. Leon Edwards, as welterweight champion, was ruining the fucking division. Bilal Muhammad has already brought more hype to the division, more trash talk, more big fights in, like, 2 months, dude. Get the fuck out of here with that, man. Leon Edwards is the worst possible champion at 170. Let's move on to middleweight. And again, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at up and down middleweight. I'm not mad at any of these goofy goobers being champ. I really fuck with the goofy goober divisions of middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight. They all have a special place in my heart, dude. So I'm gonna try and think about what the fans would want or what they wouldn't want. And I feel like the most unpopular middleweight champion and just the one that I think would piss people off the most is Brendan Allen, dude. I feel like people will genuinely start watching the sport if Brendan Allen becomes champ, dude. And I love it because it will happen, bro. I'm sticking with this fucking theory, dude. I'm sticking with my theory that Brendan Allen is the only man who can chrome his way through Dricus du Plessis, dude. He's the only man who can go chrome for chrome. He can go band for band with Dricus, dude. I think you have to be a grappler to beat Dricus. I think you need decent cardio, like 5-round cardio. And I think you need good enough boxing and power to, like, maybe hurt Dricus or damage him. And I think Brendan Allen has all of those things and more, and a couple of extra chromosomes on top of that, dude. I'm throwing Brendan Allen in here as, like, the nightmare champion of the division because I feel like he's such a goofy. He's like Dricus, dude. He is like Dricus, bro. I feel like every single fight, all I see fight week is just clips of this guy getting dropped by Sam Alvey and shit. And people being like, bro, how is this guy ranked? You know what I mean? And I'm one of them. But it's at the same time, this is middleweight, dude. That's almost like a good thing at middleweight. If you have a goofy highlight reel, that's almost like a scary thing at middleweight, dude. That makes me think you're like a problem and you don't really care about the technique of it. You just get the job done. And that's what Brendan Allen does. So Brendan Allen, I'm going to put him on here because I know that he's your nightmare champion. But I'm letting you know, bro, this will happen. This will happen, dude. I've said it before. I'm going to keep with this storyline. This will happen. Brendan Allen will goofy goober his way to the belt. And people are going to be fucking raging, bro. I already know that people are going to be pissed, dude. I don't know what's worse, Movsar or Brendan, but I think this is definitely up there. Let's move on to the light heavyweight division. And again, it's kind of hard for me to think of a real nightmare champion. I think most people's default choice would be Magomed Ankalaev, but maybe a hot take here. I think Ankalaev's entertaining. He's a good fighter. Like, he's not a boring smudge wrestler, dude. He tries to strike with people. He will strike with you. He will KO you if he's able to. You know what I mean? He's not really a guy that's going to hold you down and try and just waste time and try and get a submission. He's got good ground and pound, good wrestling, good striking. I think Magomed Ankalaev will be a perfectly fine champion just with no real personality. I think that the worst possible champion, because I know he would turn into like Israel Adesanya, I think Rakic would be a terrible fucking light heavyweight champion, dude. I think Rakic has potential to be champ, but I also feel like when he becomes champ, he's the type of guy that's going to start GSP maxing. He's going to start Leon maxing. I think Rakic gets a lot of like undue hype from people that don't really watch his fights. Because they saw the Jimmy Manoa knockout. They're like, dude, Rakic is fucking, he's a beast, dude. Listen, I love Rakic. Make no mistake about it. I am a Rakic glazer to the highest order. I think he can become champion. All right, I'm going to say that right now. I like Rakic. I picked him against Yuri. I was sad that he lost to Yuri, even though I fuck with Yuri heavy. But you cannot deny, real ones remember, this guy hit the walk-off decision on Anthony Smith. He's where I got that phrase from. He literally, I'll never forget it as long as I live, dude. He had Anthony Smith in the classic fetal position, 2-on-1. Smith just going, I tried, guys. Smith just looking in the camera in the I tried, guys. I just didn't feel good today. I just woke up and I was just tired. And Rakic at the end of round 3, thank God it was 3 rounds and not 5. Rakic just gets up and walks away and starts celebrating, and Smith does nothing. Smith does nothing. And I feel like Alexander Rakic, if he became champ, he'd wrestle Pereira and just smudge him for 5 rounds. He'd probably try and do the same to Blachowicz. And I feel like he would be a pretty boring, like, leg kicky, jabby at range kind of champion. I think Rakic would low-key be a nightmare champion for a lot of people. And maybe they don't realize it, but I think I see the vision here. All right? Last one to talk about at heavyweight. If this guy wins the belt, the division is fucking dead. Like, I don't know what happened. Maybe Jones and Aspinall went fucking missing. Like, maybe Jones got caught up in the Diddy case, dude. You know what I'm saying? I heard that Diddy was wearing like a Leon Edwards t-shirt when he got caught. I'm just saying. But all jokes aside, dude. If Sergey Spivak becomes champ, bro, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? If Sergey Spivak, if this guy becomes champion, I don't know what happened to the UFC. I don't know if there was like a fucking nuclear fallout and only vampires could survive. Maybe that's what. But dude, if Sergey Spivak blobs his way to the belt, it's gonna be done. It's gonna be completely fucking over. It's gonna be completely ogre is the way that I should say this. Because dude, if Sergey Spivak wins the belt, yeah, we're selling about 30 pay-per-views. If this guy's heavyweight champ, we're in a Tim Sylvia era. Dude. Just wake me up in about 20 years when the heavyweight division gets good again. But these are my picks of the absolute nightmare champions of every division. Let me know down below, who would you least want to see become UFC champion? I want to hear it in the comments. And I just want to say thank you as well. I don't know if I should leave Spiv. I'm going to put Mobsar on the screen. That's funny. All right, this guy. I just want to say thank you as well for 50k subscribers. I really appreciate that. I don't want to gap too much and make a big deal out of it, but if you're here, you obviously care. Yeah, I really appreciate it, dude. I started the year with 14,000 subscribers on YouTube, and it's not even November, and we got 50k. So I really appreciate all the support, all the DMs that you guys send me, and all the comments. You guys are fucking hilarious. So you guys in my live stream chat, everything, all the trolling and shit, it's fucking hilarious. I love it. I appreciate all the support. I know you guys fuck with me. That's why you're here. Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys. You guys definitely changed my life up. So I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, man. I don't know what else to say, dude. It's been fucking crazy. I appreciate all the support because when I had to lock in on YouTube, like life got pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I had to lock in on YouTube, and you guys fucking, boosted me up, dude. So I really appreciate that shit. And yeah, man, I'm gonna do the impressions tier list. I'm gonna be redoing the impressions tier list with some updated new characters, updated impressions, updated microphone. We're gonna redo that list a million times better. Stay tuned for that. And I'm gonna be live tomorrow with Bedtime FC. So make sure you're there for that. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one, man. Goodbye.